Welcome to Energy is Currency, the Millennial Development Podcast devoted to helping you mind your business personally and professionally. My name is Alexis Williams, and I am your marketing consultant, idea generator, and mini modern philosopher, the entrepreneur that checks all the boxes, whatever that may mean. Subscribe to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and iHeartRadio to listen to every gem in every episode. Season 1 is available on all streaming platforms. Okay, for this week, we got a lot of fun topics that I want to talk about because we're in the middle of third quarter and the baddies are getting busy in business. So let's talk all things hair care this summer because it seems like everybody and their mama, including me, have at least some kind of hair care line. And what we realize, right? And this is like such an evolutionary moment because, especially with natural hair care, textured hair care, it has been such a hardcore political oppressive journey to get us here, right? From having laws that ban us from being able to wear natural textures or to wear braids or locks in a corporate environment, to not being accepted by your peers, to the own like self abandonment that comes with how we maintain and present ourselves with our hair, right? And as a hairstylist, a 20-year hairstylist at that, that specializes in product knowledge, um, it's important that people are taking care of themselves, for one. Two, that they feel aligned with their behavior and the rewards, right? So it's one thing to stay up all night doing a twist out or trying to add braids or trying to do some kind of hairstyle and the next day not love it. Like, it's important that the behavior matches the outcome, right? So with all of these new hair care lines, I'm really trying to figure out who is about that action and who is not, right? So for my marketing, my business babies, this is what you call the marketing positioning map, right? So positioning map, your position in the market is all about where you stand in comparison to your competitors. So you could always be judged, like, the market is made up of multiple variables, right? Convenience, luxury, really good ingredients, celebrity sponsorships, accessibility, texture, the benefits and improvements that are offered. But it's a lot that goes into what really good hair care looks like right now, right? And so I'm interested because in the last, I want to say, 7, 8 years, we have gotten an influx. It's not that it hasn't been happening, but right now I feel like we are in influxville of celebrity sponsored or celebrity launched hair care lines, right? So let's get into this positioning. Let's figure out who's in the market, the big dogs, right? Because there are a lot of people that are doing it. And you know what? And it's so possible, right? Because in today's market, it is so easy to connect with it's so easy to connect with manufacturers. It's so much easier to get smaller shipments to start your business. It's so easy to create your own labels now, to create your own product line. But you got to figure out who else is doing what so that you can have some type of competitive advantage. So you can look like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing. So let's talk about the big dogs right now. My number one favorite celebrity hair care line right now is Pattern by Tracee Ellis Ross. Sis is doing it right. Let me tell you how much I love her. I love her consistent, super textured hair care like story and line. So just as like a celebrity by herself, I've always loved her hair. Diana Ross's daughter, big full curls, big voluminous effortless curls with plenty of like different shapes and sizes and just wonderful manipulations of that texture. She has a wonderful consistent hair care story, right? But Pattern by Tracee Ellis Ross is phenomenal. Let's be honest. Like, the ish is bomb. The products feel amazing. I can tell when my clients are using it. The aroma is amazing. The marketing, the product placement is amazing. She did super high-end placement like Sephora, then trickling down to other markets. We're going to talk about some others that have done that as well. But she made it a very accessible product for textured girlies to wear, in addition to her celebrity with all of her dope television shows and movies and whatnot. This was a great product line for her. And then sis went and added irons too, so we can get some really dope texture from irons that focus on building texture. I'm proud of her. We love Pattern Beauty by Tracy Ellis Ross. We absolutely love it. Next up is my girl Taraji P. Henson with TPH by Taraji P. Henson. And what I love about this product line is the accessibility. It is available. It started off with being available in like Targets and Walmart, so people can really get access to this black on black operated product, right? And what I love about it is Taraji really shifted her marketing presentation to support what her products were doing. And the timing was ideal. It was uncomfortable, but it's ideal. She had the most exposure, in my opinion, about this line in 2020. When we was all at home, celebrities were doing their own hair. She showed her whole hair salon that she built in her house with all her wigs and her products and equipment and tools. And she showed where the products worked on her. So I love the tutorial. Do I love the products? Not all of them. Have I tried all of them? Also no. Because I'm not in love with the marketing rollout. It's not giving me luxury. It's giving me accessibility. It's giving me good texture. But it's not giving me I'm a rich bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm still... Girl, I feel like Jody don't love me no more. That's how I feel. Shout out to Baby Boy, right? So that's my second one. But okay, in the new market, we got some new titans entering new industries, right? First off, we got Beyonce with the Sacred Hair Care. And everybody was excited and pissed because we love when Beyonce does stuff, but it doesn't always connect. We've never seen her hair care story, right? We know Tina do hair, so we know Beyonce has always had professional hair care services, but we don't know enough about like the experience, you know? We know she was singing and dancing in there, but we really just don't know. And then that contract, baby, for that honey blonde, baby, has her in a perpetual and perpetuity chokehold. And that's all, you know, that's fine and dandy, but I'm not inspired enough. Now, is it giving me luxury? Yes, the utmost. Oh my God, so luxurious. But I'm worried because Darion at the time, the House of Darion jeans also was giving luxury until it ended up in City Trends. So am I worried for Beyonce? No, she gonna make her millions. I'm not. Am I excited about what she does with her products? I'm starting to, because I think she knows that we know that she knows that we know that we don't know enough. So Beyonce, tell us more. Let's get more engaged. We need to see more tutorials, girl. Yes. But my boo, let me just tell you how much I love you and will always love you. Rihanna. Oh my gosh. Rihanna, Fenty hair. Can we talk about Fenty hair for a second? Because baby, Rihanna has become that bitch, the HBIC, when it comes to producing high quality, super inclusive, super accessible, very highly considerate of ingredients and packaging and rollout and marketing. And she by herself has an incredible hair story. Let's not act like we weren't getting pixie cuts when she was getting pixie cuts, green hair when she had green hair, pink hair when she had pink hair, locks when she had locks. Baby, she did it all, okay? And sometimes it was a fashion no, but she did a fashion go-go by trying it anyway. So we will always love Rihanna. And I'm excited to see what she does. Now, word on the street is the girlies are mad that she used that ash blonde pixie wig to do the marketing rollout. But I get it. It's summertime. It's a black woman blonde color. It was super accessible. You can be very racially ambiguous with that color line. I mean, I get it. Do I love it? No. But I understand. As a marketing guru, I see what you did there, sis. I don't love it, but I see what you did there. I am excited to see where Beyonce and Rihanna take celebrity sponsored or celebrity endorsed hair care lines. I am, as a hairstylist and a product line owner, as a, also I wanna see how they take on some of the challenges that I have to take on as a small business owner as well. So I'm excited. Now, we got some others that I kind of just I need y'all to stop. We're gonna go with Sienna Beauty by Issa Rae. Now, this is the thing. I love Issa Rae's story, but I feel like Issa Rae hustling us. I love her hair story. I love her marketing. I love her connectivity. Yeah, but I wasn't ready for her to do this quite yet. I don't know. I'm gonna let it grow. It's definitely not catching as much wind as the people I've already mentioned, but I like that she's still contending. And then we got Flawless by Gabrielle Union, and this is my first and last time hearing about this. Shout out to her, but it's just not, I don't associate hair care with Gabrielle Union. I just don't. And that's okay. There is somebody that does, and that's why she is in the market. And so remember how I was talking about the product positioning map or the market positioning map? That's what I meant to say. All of these businesses have a place. My business, your business, their businesses. It all has a place in this figurative market for hair care products. And as the service industry is suffering from inflation and people aren't being as consistent with, like, their self-care services, we have to think about other ways to connect with people. And I'm going to leave you with this: the most lucrative form of income is convenience. So if they can't come to you, you need to figure out a way to come to them. So let's figure out what's going on with this game, y'all. I'm going to keep y'all posted. Bloop. So, I am so excited that my bookstore is finally launched. Y'all, this has been a labor of love. It's been a seed planted. It's been a long time coming. That's what it is. So I have been taking everything that I've learned in the last 20 years of being a hairstylist, being a college student, being a business owner, being just in the business, being a hustler, getting it out the mud, in the trenches, getting riches, with my comrades. Y'all know what it is. And so I put everything that I'm learning together into books, into workbooks, journals, guides, just different ways for you to introspectively build your business. Because it's one thing to be in your business and showcasing your talent and your products and your community, and it's another thing to work on your business to sustain yourself and to sustain your business systems. So I've created a lot of opportunities through these books, through these courses, and I'm actually going to be releasing some new products, some new opportunities for workshops and retreats. So check out my Instagram, mba.lexi.show on Instagram, and click the link in bio. You'll see the bookstore and all of the dope stuff that I've been coming up with for y'all. I'm so excited for you to see it. Let me know what you think. Okay. I have been noticing like a real trend in the last 4 years, right? Because see, when I'm by myself and my brain be doing what it be doing, I'm constantly noticing patterns and looking at the environment and learning, just because nothing is new, okay? Everything has a formula, everything has a system, a strategy, even chaos does, right? So this is my pattern that I've been reading, that I've been noticing. Um, there is a significant difference between people who are exceptionally talented versus people who have invested into a significant network. Okay? And you can apply this to anything. I'm going to give you two areas that I've noticed recently, and then you add yours in on your own time. So the first one is in the music industry. So back in the pandemic, and we're going to go down memory lane for a little bit. there was all of these versus battles: Brandy versus Monica, Soldier Boy versus Bow Wow, 3 6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind and Fire, Anita Baker, and Patti LaBelle. It was so many different versus battles. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, right? And everybody had this dope story, this great history, right? And what I noticed is that they would usually pair two people, one that was like really groomed with the industry, right? I'll give you an example: Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy, right? Perfect example. So you have Bow Wow, who came in under Snoop Dogg, Jermaine Dupri, and was able to build a really substantial networking career from childhood. And then you had Soldier Boy, who was an independent artist that was able to use YouTube and a lot of innovative technology to get his music out there and to build his career, right? And what I noticed about the two of them is one was groomed very well to do what they did, right? Bow Wow had a great career. And then the other one was super talented and hustled and figured it out, right? No shade to either one for how I'm describing it right now. No shade. But my point is that in certain environments, people gonna have some serious support network. This is how you do this. Come here. I'm gonna show you how to do this, right? And if you listen and you stay coachable and you stay moldable, they gonna show you the ropes and help you pass up all those extra like bumps in the road, right? But then there's people who just, I see it, I think it, I feel it, I create it, where they're able to basically pull it out of thin air by themselves, right? And it comes to a point where these two parallel concepts need what the other person has in order to ultimately grow, right? So we could switch the examples out and use Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams. At the top of the year, Cat Williams had his dark liquor on Club Shay Shay, and they kikied and they howled and they talked all they trash about this person, that person, woo wop, woo wop, woo wop, right? And it doesn't seem like it wasn't a big lie. It did feel like two truths and a lie. Okay, two truths, and then we're gonna throw a little lie in there. Whatever. But it also seemed like it just seemed like Cat Williams was a really talented independent worker, right? And like one of the people he brought up and kept going in on was Kevin Hart, right? And so Kevin Hart, this is the same person that did Soul Plane. He's been trying for decades, and it wasn't funny until it was, right? But one thing I can say about Kevin Hart is that he aligns himself with the network, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, with Will Ferrell, with Live Nation, getting managed by them. He has a whole team of writers, building up a team, building up like production companies for people who just to create content. He figured out the networking part. Cat Williams has always had the talent part. I don't think Cat Williams has had the luxury of experiencing a successful network for real. I don't feel like Kevin Hart is as funny as we think he is. But that's my point. And if for all my, Gen Zers or whomever is listening, you gotta prioritize the talent and the network. And it's not an or. They're both on line one. You gotta prepare and respect and enjoy your network and figure out conflict resolution and figure out how to be a team player, be a leader, how to be flexible in that environment in addition to being phenomenally talented. Okay? So sit with that. I don't know how that's gonna land for you, but it's landing for me in a way that it's really stressing how much I deserve an amazing community to match with my talent. And I know how to play leader, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. But it's now learning how to prioritize that. So I encourage you to prioritize it too. Let me know your thoughts. What you think about this? Speaking of community and network, and make sure you are at my smoke sessions for Juneteenth. Oh my gosh. So Saturday, June 15th at Tribal Smoke Shop, which is a Black owned, Black operated shopping network. And and Smoke Shop. It's so dope in there. Great customer service, great products, great just attention to detail. They are hosting smoke sessions powered by Energy is Currency podcast. So we're coming together to create vibes, listen to dope music, play dope games, network, conversate. I love a good conversate. A conversation, and then it's a conversate. But we're gonna do all of that. We're gonna have snacks, drinks. Gonna be provided by Therapy Lounge. It's gonna be a vibe. So meet me on June 15th at Therapy Lounge and at Tribal Smoke Shop. Okay. If you want to register or RSVP in advance, go to blushbizonline.com and set it up. Okay, girl? I see you there, baby. So, all right, let's be real for a minute in life and in business, because I don't know, because I just feel like we need to be. So lately, the concept of life cycles has been very just, visible in the energy, right? People are coming, people are going, life is starting, life is ending, businesses are opening, businesses are closing. So I need you to understand that the product life cycle and the business life cycle is no different than the human life cycle. And for my entrepreneurs who are probably holding on to something that died a long time ago, check out what I'm finna say, okay? So I want to talk a moment about the product life cycle, and it has a handful of stages. You got your introduction stage, your growth stage, your maturity stage, and your decline, right? And if you listen to the phrases, they're not uncommon than what we experience as humans, right? Where we're introduced into the world, right? And then we have this growth, this childhood, this sponge-like getting to know the world, or getting to know ourselves, energy, and then we come into maturity where we know ourselves and we know the community and it's all good and it's functioning and it's amazing, right? We on our shit. And then we have our decline where the bones ain't boning and the hips is hipping and everything hurts. And it's time to change our routines, because taking care of ourselves is more paramount than taking care of the world in some cases, right? I'll let you fill in your blanks how you choose to. So let's talk about the necessity of all of the stages in a business. So for your introduction stage, think of that as the time to let everybody know you're starting something new. Teach them the benefits. Introduce yourself to new markets. Introduce your product. And it's time to get to know each other, right? And that's when you got your bootstraps on. You going and you're doing your guerrilla marketing, where you're doing pop-ups and events to connect with people, and you're really trying to get the word out, right? That's important for every business. If you try to skip this stage, your life cycle is going to be big and short. It's going to feel big, but it's going to be short. But if you really focus on communicating and spreading your message, then you'll make it to the growth stage. People heard you, and now they're telling others. Now they're excited. Now you're getting that expansion. The wheels are starting to turn on their own. The business is flowing, and you're growing, and you're taking on new challenges. And now you're starting to meet competitors, and they're doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it better. So you're really in your competitive advantage bag, and you know who you are, right? So when you think about businesses in their growth stage, think about teenagers. Think about them college years when it's like, yeah, I'm getting active. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm making moves. I'm not quite number one or quite at the top of my game, but I'm steamrolling towards it. And then you make it to your maturity stage in your business. Now, the maturity stage is when you grown. Okay? That's that grown and sexy stage where it's like, no, this is what we've done. This is the history behind it. Check my track record. Honey, my reputation precedes me. That's the perfect time, right? But now you got a lot of new young things that's following behind you, doing what you're doing faster, quicker, sexier, right? Cheaper. It happens. But then you move through that stage. Because that's life. You accept it. You accept that you are who you are and you that bitch. But then you got to honor the decline stage. And in business, businesses don't necessarily have the decline stage the way that like life does. Sometimes the decline stage is hit for different reasons. Like right now, a lot of businesses are experiencing a decline stage. Think about California and how the minimum wage increase are putting a lot of businesses out of business because financially you can't operate with your staff. Or think about how the US is having so many issues with imports and finding raw materials and having consistent supply of raw materials to complete domestic production. That'll put you into the decline stage. Do I really want to keep up with the chaotic ability to provide my products, right? Or think about like aging out. You may not have the physical ability to do what you want to do like you used to. Or think about competitive. Um, you may have found that. Think about how the taxi industry has changed so much with the invention and the expansion of Uber. So Uber is in its growth stage and its maturity stage, but the taxi industry isn't. So these are all things to think about, right? So I encourage you, take a few moments to figure out where you are with your market so that you can make a really dope decision on how you want to move forward. But just know your position in the market is valid. Your position in this world is valid, it's necessary, it's needed, and it is impactful. Just what you gonna do with it? That's your question. So that is all I have for this episode of Energy is Currency. You know I love you so much, and I hope you love you more. You can check out this episode and all the rest of the episodes on Spotify, Apple, and iHeartRadio, and even Amazon, baby. We everywhere. We getting our expansion on. Okay? And if you want to learn more about my brand, my business, check out blushbizonline.com or mba.lexi.show on Instagram. Until next time.